Hey guys, this is Robert Holt, and I'm here at Healing Waters, and I've got a little brother here with me from Hidden Creek, and that I've asked to just share some of who he is, where he's going, why is he doing what he's doing. And so again, remember, we're here at Hidden Creek, so you might hear some noise behind us and those kinds of things. You know, we're not a professional thing. This is just something that we want for individuals to be encouraged, because people are changing their lives. Like many of you know, I've been through a whole lot in my own life and changed mine. So let me get my little brother to introduce himself real quick.
My name is Stephen Barnett.
Stephen Barnett, brother Barnett. So, Stephen, so right now you're part of a program called Hidden Creek, and Hidden Creek. What is Hidden Creek?
Hidden Creek's a reentry program to try to get you back on your feet, leaving prison.
Yeah. So, oh, heaven forbid you've been in prison, huh?
I have been in prison. It's the first time and hopefully the last time.
Yeah. So, my goal here is to, encourage people that people can, number one, turn their lives around. Two, they don't have to be afraid of somebody that's been in prison. That type of thing. So, what got you to this place? What got you to this place?
You want me to reentry or to prison?
Yeah,
in
to
general,
prison.
or?
Yeah.
Prison. I was started doing meth. I used it when I was 16, and then I got away from it for a little bit, and then I started using it again, and I was only doing it on the weekends for a little bit. And then actually I quit for about 10 years. And I was at work, and I ran into somebody that I knew from, back in the day. And I was like, ooh, I can do a line, and then I can get away from it again.
Yeah.
And that's not how it went down. I ended up doing a line, and then I ended up selling dope. Pretty much that next week I started selling it.
Yeah.
And then I did that for about 4.5 years until
You got caught.
I got caught. And then actually they put me on probation for 6 years. And I was still kind of doing it because, I can get away with it without them really knowing about it.
Yeah.
And then I was gone for 2 years because I quit going to seeing them. And then, I ended up selling to somebody that wore a wire on me, and they came and kicked my door in the next morning.
So, yes, boy, there's so many questions I want to ask you on this. So you said you started when you were 16.
I did it once when I was 16.
Okay. Why? What was it that go? I think today I'm going to do meth.
It was just a friend that had it. Like, I'd smoked weed. Like, I'd been smoking weed since I was 14. Like, I'd smoked weed pretty much every day. But all of a sudden, a buddy had, a little bit of meth. He just had a little bit. And there was 3 or 4 of my friends, he's like, oh, it's from California. It's good, you know what I mean? And we just tried it because one buddy was doing it. So we just tried it as a group.
When you were 14, 16, that age group, what do you think could have kept you from going that direction? What do you think could have kept you from doing that?
Pretty much the people I was hanging out with, the kids I was hanging out with from school, my friends.
Yeah.
Because, that's pretty much what made me start doing it was the friends I was hanging out with.
Yeah.
That's when I started doing it. They were doing it, so, I started doing it.
Is there anything that you can think of that could have stopped you from doing that?
I could have said no.
You could have said no.
I could have said no.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else that you can think of that could have helped you not go that direction, not go that path?
Not really. I had a good childhood. I did have a good childhood. I can't blame it on that. That everybody was bad because they were good. My mom, she's still on my butt about it all the time. She don't even want me coming home to where I live at right now because that's what she said. She said everybody's on meth up there.
Right.
And that's where I want to go home to because that's where my daughter's at and that's where my family's at. But that's really the last place she wants me to go because I'm trying to parole out to her place. And she's like, everybody up here, they're all up to no good. They're all stealing stuff. That's what she said. Everybody's stealing stuff just to try to get meth. That's what everybody's doing up there.
If you could tell a young person right now that's watching you, what would you tell them to do to stay away, besides saying no? What would you tell them to do to stay away from that type of behavior?
It's people, places, and things. It is. Since I've been in reentry, they had to show me again, it is people, places, and things. Like I said, I quit for 10 years. And when I quit, like the day I quit, I was up for probably 2 weeks straight from doing it. Every day I was doing it for 2 weeks straight. And I woke up that morning and I just couldn't feel it anymore. I felt bad. And I called my mom that morning. I called her as soon as I woke up. And I said, I need out of here because, she knew what I was doing. And she didn't agree with it at all. And I said, I need out of here. She goes, well, pack your stuff and come home. So that's what I did. I packed all my stuff and I went home. And it was not even 3 miles from where I was staying at either. And I went home. And I did. I quit hanging out with everybody that I was around. I quit going to them places. And I got back on my feet. I was doing right. I had fines that I had to pay. I think I had a DUI. Mm-hmm. And I started going to the Salvation Army. I was volunteering up there. That's how I paid off my whole fine up there with the Salvation Army. Was doing community service, and as soon as I got done doing community service, they actually handed me an application. I got a job up there, and I became dock supervisor really for a while. And I was up there doing dock supervising, and I stayed away until, like I said, that one person I ran into at that new job that I was at. I was like, oh, I can do it once, and I can get away from it. No, it's not. It don't work like that.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
It
yeah.
doesn't at all.
Yeah. So, it sounded like that when during your volunteer time and your working time with helping others, it sounded like that was helping you. Was that something that was helping you?
It does. Like, that's why I come up here. That's why I like coming up here every Sunday. I can't do it during the week anymore because I'm working. But that's why I come up here every Sunday, because it does feel good to help other people. It does. It really does.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it feels good inside. I mean, it does.
Well, I noticed on your hat it says "I love Jesus."
Yes, it does.
So, okay. What is that? What is that to you? What is that? I love Jesus. What is that to you?
I can't really explain it.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain. But I mean, I do believe in the higher person. You know what I mean? I do believe in all that. And I do try to do better. It's just hard to explain. It really is to me.
Yeah. Do you think Christ is important in people's lives?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you think there's a difference sometimes in prison religion and then religion out here? I mean, is there? Do you think there's
there is.
Yeah. Yeah. So here you are, part of Hidden Creek. You go to bed at night. Thank God you don't have all the noise you used to have when you're in prison.
All the lights coming on at 5 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
the lights going out at 10, and you still hear people slamming dominoes. You still hear it all going on,
Yeah.
all hours of the night.
Yeah, yeah. But now it's kind of a quiet, for the most part, kind of a quiet time.
It is.
What keeps you up at night, though? What is it that says, man, that concerns you? I don't want to use the term fear because God says love casts out all fear, and there's a whole lot of people around that love and care for you. And God loves you. But what is it, though, that still concerns you as far as when you're about to leave the program?
Staying sober when I get out.
Staying sober.
Staying sober, staying clean. Because really, whenever I got in trouble, like before, like selling drugs, everybody thinks it's all fun and all that. But no, like I said, I was absconding for 2 years. I was stressing out the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was always worrying about getting in trouble, always something going on. I worried about it the whole time. And actually, there was a weight lifted off my shoulders when I did get arrested. Because I was like, it's finally over.
Yeah.
Because I knew I didn't have to worry no more. Because, like I said, the whole time I've been worried. I didn't even leave the house for probably 2 years. If I needed anything, anybody that was coming over to buy stuff for me, that's how I'd get my food. That's how anything I needed brought to me. That's how, because I wouldn't even leave the house. Because I was worried about being picked up whenever I did that. So I was stuck pretty much in a cage pretty much the whole time before I even went to jail or prison.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wouldn't leave the house because of that. Because I was worried about getting picked up anytime I left.
Mm-hmm. So now you're worried about possible having a fall, possibly.
Yeah.
When you get out. Okay, so what's going to keep you from doing that? We know God can help. We know Christ can help. Okay,
Yes.
That's the standard answer, which is a good answer. But I need to know what you yourself, along with God, are going to do to help you stay away from that kind of thing. What do you think?
What I've learned really in reentry is to have a good routine and keep yourself busy to where you're not trying. You know what I mean? Whenever you get bored, you then just start thinking about old things which you used to do for fun and that kind of things, and that's not what you want to do because then it'll be the same thing. But really, then staying away from the people, places, and things.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest one to me is people, places, and things.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I did it before, as long as I stayed away from all that, I was good.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as I got around it that one time, and I let myself fall back into it. And it was 10 times worse whenever I did that because then I started selling drugs instead of just using them.
Do you see yourself doing this type of volunteer work even after you get out? Not necessarily. It might be here, it might be something. But do you see yourself doing that?
I would like to, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it does. I mean, it'll help take up time too and keep myself busy all in the same time.
Yeah. What's it been like for you to see others that have greater needs and you helping them? What's that been like for you?
It's great helping people. Because, I mean, you can tell too whenever they come through and it makes their day. It really does make their day. You can tell whenever they come through here and how they're smiling, how they're always thanking you, you know what I mean, and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
It does make you feel real good about yourself.
Mm-hmm. So there is a 16-year-old that is watching right now this video that you've done. What do you want to say to that 16-year-old that is thinking about the meth or any type of drug right now?
Well, actually, I was just talking to somebody about this and telling them that I was about to do this with you. We were talking about it. We're talking to people younger, you know what I mean? They already think they know everything. So really, whenever you tell them something, that they stay away from it. I mean, really, it is a bad road to go down all the way I mean, there's nothing good about it.
Yeah.
No matter, I mean, you can think it's fun and games, but it's not.
Yeah.
It starts out bad and it just gets worse as it goes. It don't get any better. It just gets worse the farther you go down it.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing good comes of it whatsoever.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Well, little brother, I thank you for doing this.
Anytime, I'm
And,
still kind of nervous, but
Yeah.